Anti-chin dance started 6 again in memory last month. About that time, it's like turning into someone else. Started frantically hoarding stuff in the house. Almost every day, you can see the delivery truck coming to pick him up. There was a drug company car that came to the sub-district. Then Truangi came out to pick him up. Chokaini said, antibiotics are not rare drugs. If he really knew the disaster was coming. That hoarded stuff. There's going to be a lot of antibiotics and antipyretic drugs. Decorative super as drowned stockings get piled. Then go find Zhang Yi. My injury was caused by him. I told him to give me medicine to save me. The guy sighed with no strength. ISO, I feel like I'm about to die. Think about how to go. Wang Min was very sober. We just got kicked out by him. Now Truangi, can we get the drugs out to save them? The dance continues. Steady gesture. We didn't hurt him either. Even more so after breaking the door. He'll leave some supplies for Zhang Yi. That he doesn't know. We are the right side of the evil hand. What are you afraid of? Wang Min finished listening. I don't want people. For the plan of the dance that's risky. He pointed straight at the dancer and said that. Leave this to you. If it was your opinion. Even before that, I was chasing you. You are the most appropriate. Super decoration more to add, yes. If not for you, then we won't get hurt. She looked for help and looked at Asia. Even he can't help it. The dance has to rely on you. If people live, they can be protected. I was accidentally pushed into a situation where there was no turning back. You have to be reluctant to accept, so I'll give it my best shot. They said, Dr. Chow, please help us with the RA arrow first. Keep your hands strong. The arrow has been drawn. The cry of 7 bars of pain also echoed, dancing in a corner to call Truang Yi. The other end of the line echoed Truang Yip's voice. What's wrong with this? Dancing on the phone makes me cry. Short long tears. My voice trembling. 6 sports are dead. They were also shot by you. I'm dying too. Oh. If you die, you die. They die sooner or later. I have a knife in my hand. Cut the meat in front of you. You will not delude yourselves that I can survive this blizzard. I cut a knife in my mind. Heavy snow blocked the entire city. This building soon became an island. If you can live temporarily now, why? When it's time to run out of supplies. The rest of you, even if you're not killed by the naked pride, they will also be cold. Starved to death dance still continues the fake crying. One hand wipes tears. Zhang Yi. I know I'm wrong because I'm not good. I gave you my true love. I will change, can you forgive me? They were shot and injured by you. There is no medicine in the house. They'll get a dead infection. Look at the eyes of others in the room. They all turned towards me. The dancer's voice trembled again. Did you buy a lot of drugs before? Please lend us some medicine. Please make sure you will not do it later. Bother you anymore. The king lost patience. Immediately grab the phone in your hand. Dance sentimental translation. Now everyone's in danger. There is also the evil one. Killing people's lives. As a human, keep away back. Don't be awesome. Maybe there will be a time to use it. We still cook carefree. I don't care about her words. It's amazing. Guess why I had to use an arrow? Was rusted to shoot them. You have a sinister smile. I want to see them get infected. Wound a little. Little by little. Suffering from pain and disease. Crying in despair and dying. The bodies of your men. It's still lying in front of my door. If you don't care, do it. This hatred is already dead, and it doesn't stop. Help you. Wait until you come back to avenge me. Wang Min said angrily. We're not that kind of people. Stop talking. It's not interesting. More than love. I used to have a little love for Dance. I can even think of letting her come here alone. Dance just heard that. Immediately change your attitude. Take the phone from King Man. 2 bright eyes awake excitedly said. Mr. Truang Yi, let love be in your house. After all, love is your woman. What do you want my love to do? How to do it? Baby, listen to me, can you? Laughing, come over here. Lam Tainin saw the dance as persuasive. Be successful. The plague came closer. Take me away, take me away. Keep talking, but dance. The one I love is you alone. You've got to keep your distance from those who don't. Don't let them drag our feet, do you? The dance is happy to say that everything is listening to you. Baby, listen to me. The words ended happily and turned around to leave. I'll be right there, I'll wait for you. Lin Tainin hastily grabbed the dancer's hand, and yet she hated him. I want you to come out for me. Don't stop me from going to Zhang Yi's house. I've had enough of these days. The king rushed up. Give Dance Love an ear tarpaulin. She just hit and scolded that she was a dishonest person. They hurt us so badly like this. If you want to go now, don't dream. Zhou Bai standing from a distance talking into Dance. How could you treat me like this? I didn't say I hated it the most. I want to be your woman. The dancer has now revealed her face loudly scolding. I run in pursuit of my happiness. What's wrong? Being with you is only temporary. Later everyone used up all the supplies. It's not even death or SAO. Hearing these words choked her throat. I see a picture like that. Dance moves to the play with tears. Take his hand. You are a good man. But love someone. I want that person to be happy, not SAO. I used to help you before. But in the end, what you gave me, it can be more than just a show. I came here and sat down on the floor. In shock, King Man was about to get up. Cousin, don't be angry about this poor guy. We keep our lives the most important. Lin Tainin also chasing to grab the dancer. Again. Where do you think the good place is? Only you. You can occupy Lam Tainin. She's on the ground and she won't let her lover leave. Controlled dancers can't wake up, panicked and yelled, "Let me out. Get out of my way. Let me go. Let me go." Wang Man pointed straight at the dance, you can see it too. This kind of woman only thinks for herself, not thinking for others. Watch her. Put her in there, don't let her run away. But before he left, he came back. It was just a temporary processing. If there is no medicine, it's very likely to get infected later. You have to be psychologically prepared. The super god suddenly spoke up. I still have a way to deal with the epidemic. He's kind of in the habit of pushing the glasses on his nose. There is a heating wall in Zhang Yi's house. It also means he stored a large amount of combustion material. More in the video. The food in his house was plentiful. Before our eyes, obviously, we can't beat Zhang Yi. But the opposite. If this news comes out, let everyone in this building know. A few hundred people. Plus the mad dog with no pride. Together banging his house. And at that point, we're also getting some of that. Accidentally agitated to speak up. You guys are so shameless. I'll live with Zhang Yi later. If you destroy him, I have to. He raised his hand as if to continue. It's because you heard us and you're screaming here. By the way, Zhou's voice echoed again. Stop hand. The king saw the king standing between the two. The cover for the dance is irritating. It's like she hurt you like this. Then he fell into the heart of another man. What is precious? Zhu Ping is still determined to protect the dance. Don't let me say that to her. I really love dancing. If you take the time to touch her, sooner or later she'll love you. Turn to the dance and say don't be afraid to have you here. Wang Man turned away in anger. That useless dog. Let that bastard take care of your life and death. She immediately sent a message on the apartment group chat. Dear neighbors, now I know, then out. Some people live happily during this time, so this kind of selfish behavior, it's unethical to the extreme. And then there's all these pictures of delicious food that Zhang Yi took. Send them before. Here are photos and videos from Zhang Yi's house. Think about how we live these days. How does he live? People say it's fair. People talk a little. Let's see how we handle this. If you really look at this picture, you will feel small. The guys next to me are no exception. I'm proud of this. Really proud to think this kid's house has so many things. Or just collect old hate to pay off a turn. The photo just sent to the chat group became hot again. Everyone is trying to convince the public to help people, sharing supplies in the house. Everyone lives so hard now. I'm going to be cold and hungry. There's so much food in your house. There's also a heating wall. Give everyone a little. Yes, everyone remembers your kindness. I hope you don't know the good and the bad. Mrs. Lam also spoke up. Take the mayor's badge. I'm the senior in this apartment building. Asked for the delivery of supplies to her. Share for everyone. I cry tomorrow and I'm going to starve. Not before. You called my son cute. Why save us? I can let my son adopt you as a foster father. Even if you have other requirements, you can. I promise to swear. Just let me in at your house. Can I give you all my property? My father is dead too. All of my assets are for you. A loud translation. Based on something I'm very familiar with SAO people. I look at my reflection. On the silver plate. You were like this before. Think of me as a piece of meat on a chopping board. Cut me piece by piece. There's no AI talking to animals. Have you lost your mind? Super Decoration found the effect is not enough. That kid really isn't afraid of death or SAO. We each take a sip of saliva. It could also drown him. Mrs. Lin is angry that this boy is really nothing. Have come to this country. They also want to live happily by themselves. I promise to see it too. Truong Yi is a duck-headed boy. Waiting for you to get through this blizzard. I will definitely deal with you. All the harsh criticism of Gao. The scorn of everyone who survived. It's all piled up. Truong Ying, you say that and count people. Everyone's been a neighbor for years. Helping each other is not a matter of course. What does it mean to live alone? Young people don't just think they're comfortable. You must know how to contribute. If you weren't hiding the news. Stealthily hoarded supplies themselves. Then how could it fall to the end of today? Everyone is so miserable now. It's all your fault. You have to make amends. Filling a glass of red wine. Just drinking and watching the outside. On the table is a plate of hot food. The phone keeps jumping up. Message notification. Being at home every day is boring. Or maybe take a trip somewhere. Remember the translation. Out in my warehouse. It's not that there are SAO snowmobiles. I can't leave now, but there's a way. Later, when you're safe, you can go outside and get some air. The epidemic suddenly. I hear the phone ring. Look at the screen. Chow's phone just sent a text message. In the message she casually said, Mr. Zhang. Food and medicine in my house. It's all gone. Truong epidemic saw that Chow is not ashamed of his medicine. Very rational, not the kind of intentional begging. I want to talk to you. I remember a memory from a previous life. Chow likely lost his life. It's because I gave up my last meal for tears. Tomorrow and her child. It looks cold. But the important moment is more enthusiastic. A lot of people next door. I thought for a moment. Or keep her to take care of herself 2NDT0. It's just a pity. The more intelligent the women are, the easier it is to betray. When you stretch your shoulders, you're afraid of death. But you also have to consider more. Even though I can really think. But not 100% sure. I can't let you in. I sent back a reply. You want to exchange? At least take out what's currently useful to me. Chow is next. Is it possible to apply for a medical examination? I really can't hold on anymore. Chow Many two cheeks flushed, sagging mood. You never had to pray, a stranger like this. The translation is sent back to the reply. He said he could give you food and medicine, but in return you have to help. Chow may be suspicious or ask for help. Truong Yi's request is very simple. Kia's neighbors will soon be impatient. But find a way to reach out to you. So Zhang Yu wants Zhou Kaini to help him, monitoring their action plan, reporting to you all the time. Dr. Chow sold them out to join me. Or follow the crowd and keep folding your hands and watching. It depends on your choice. Chow did not hesitate to answer immediately. I agree with you. Truong Yi laughed very well and bit the fish. The boy walked to the window. Listen to me, you have to get useful intelligence from me in exchange for what I want. Then how should you understand yourself? You think I understand? Then the person who looks at the phone screen a long time on the group chat has jumped up again. New message notifications. Where did you die? Give us an answer. Is there a delivery? Chung fluid rubbing chin. I see they're starting to get used to it. I didn't burn everything in the house. It's your turn to divide. Super spicy embellishment, grinding teeth. You're dead and your mouth is hard. Let me see how long you can get away with it. Bold is the first to stand up. Quell disorder in the group. You are now. Our top goal is to deal with the epidemic. Supplies in his house. Fear is more than all of us put together. You just need to fuck him. Is that we can get a lot of supplies. So people don't have to worry. I'm not going to mess with anyone else now. Like this action, the materials you receive must be divided between you and me. Super decoration, like want to shout at the right phone screen. Now, people should temporarily let go of the resentment before Kia. The top target now was an intrusion into Zhang's house. Get back the supplies that belong to the Kia collective. The Lord and the Lord received this news. I see these people are crazy. They must report to Zhang Yi immediately. Received a message from Zhou Kaini. They're coming to your house. Oh, I know. Zhou Kaini. I can see Zhang's strange indifference. I'm very curious. They're crazy after watching the video. Every house is ready to come to your house. I don't think how. I sent you a voice message. I told you not to come here this time. I only reminded you once. Then just wait to see the play. Just a moment later, Chen's people are proud. With the rest of the survivors, they called each other up. Just go and shout. All of them have weapons in their hands. Want to kill you. He wants to beat the selfish man to death. Death is all you find yourself. Death is worth it. Very fast. They stood in a crowd at the door. Truong Yi's apartment just hit with a large wooden hammer. Just yelled out, get out here for me. Don't want to die? Then this is your last chance. Don't let us in. If not, it's time. It's too late to say anything. Sitting in the dynamic observation room outside. Smile softly. I am very proud of you and you are really good friends. Let your people come forward and give their lives. It's a bunch of stupid stinky firecrackers. You press the button again. Activate high voltage power defense mode. The man with the hammer outside the door. Still banging very enthusiastically. Get out of here for me. Suddenly, there's a tremendous amount of power flowing through him. Land to the people around. They all died at the same time. It's high voltage. Go away. Wait until the current is considered disconnected. All that's left are bodies that have been jerked to the point of lying on top of each other. The Kia are horrified. Look at the scene in front of you. They pulled together and drove back to Chen's place. Worried about being proud. There is electricity on Zhang Yi's door. There wasn't time for him to finish. The police officer pointed the gun at his head. The voice asked, so where are you going? Embellish super hand killer into fists, determined to say, Zhang Yi is an animal. Dare to kill your neighbor. We're going to have to kill the epidemic. Revenge for those who died. Everyone's on high alert. Don't be afraid of people banging on doors with wood. He doesn't have many tricks. It's broken. Just break this door down. Behind it is a warm fireplace. There was always food waiting for them. The rest of you heard that. Immediately change your attitude. It's like being consistent with your intentions. More than ever. I also suffered from hunger for more than half a month. I just need to be able to get inside this door. Get food in a warm room. They are worth dying for. The sound of wooden hammers rumbling against the door. They all put their energy together, carrying a large wooden trunk. They constantly attacked the door in front of them and exhorted my brothers to beat me. Open the door to kill the epidemic. Zhang Yi. I'm sitting in the house listening to nails. I yawned for an hour. How long are they going to make noise? I picked up the remote control. Press the button to turn on the large power speaker in the house. I'll play some improvisation music for you. The outside gets excited and gets more excited. You can't be arrogant if you scream a little louder. We will kill you immediately. If you die today, you must pay for my brother. Banging and the door still won't move. I can't. They're all lying on the ground without breathing. Everyone is sweating profusely. The door didn't move at all. What's going on? So far, they have been putting all their strength. There's just a little paint on the door. Why is this door so sure? At the speed now, it's going to take time to puncture it. A well-dressed guy among them. He seems to be someone of status. Get a magnifying glass. I found out that this is a burglar door in the bank's gold vaults. His workplace also has a door like this. They immediately went down in spirit. That's the damn door. Can't pierce or SAO. The Kia sighed deeply. Don't use wood to stab. This class of anti-theft door, even if a bomb is used, it can't explode. If there is no key, except in this world, there is a top lock breaking expert. There can be some hope. Open the airlock on the other side. Through a small opening in the door, point the bow and shoot the arrow out. Towards the name the banker is talking about. Look at the shot. Swipe an hour, arrow through. Immediately stabbed him in the throat. Keep him quiet. Everyone saw the scene and shouted. He has a weapon. Be careful. The crowd immediately gathered. Pushing and trampling on each other and running away. It's a chaotic scene, people pushing people down. What am I doing? Where did you hit your head? You're obviously pushing me to be less noble. Be careful. I'll kill you first. Super God got his arrow pressed against the wall. To the point of not daring to move. I can only utter a dead animal. You deserve to die. The body of the dead by Zhang Yi's name. It's lying everywhere. Those who could run were outraged. Shine up the devil. Scum to animals is not even equal. Why don't you go to hell? Super God is still strong enough to speak up. Don't worry people, I have a way.